Hi, I'm Yanicka Lunde. I'm a 911 dispatcher with the Vernon County Sheriff's Office. Here to do an interview today.
Okay, Yanicka, are you all set for this interview?
As ready as I'll ever be.
You're not nervous or anything like that?
No.
Because you don't strike me as a nervous type to do these
Eh,
things, so.
You'd be surprised, but we'll
Okay,
handle it.
all right. So what is your role here at the sheriff's office?
I'm a 911 dispatcher.
Okay, and how many years have you been here?
I think we're on 7.
7 years?
Yeah.
Has that been a fast 7 years or?
It has been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you had some fun doing this job or?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have stayed if I didn't.
Yeah, yeah, and you're pretty good at it, so.
Thank you.
We'll have fun here, but it's not always fun though, is it? I mean.
Not always.
Yeah.
No. But every day is different, so that makes it.
Challenging job?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So what do you like about being a 911 dispatcher?
That every day is different. Somebody asked me that on the phone the other day, a caller actually, what do you like about your job? And I said, every day is different. No 2 days are the same. You never know what you're going to walk into day after day. So
Yeah, that can be a good part of a job,
Yeah.
so you don't get too bored on it, right?
right, yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, good. Why did you choose to be a 911 dispatcher? A little bit of a different question there.
I tell my mom it's because I was crazy.
We're all crazy then.
Right. Just to help my community. I grew up in a first responder family with a firefighter dad and grandpa, so it just seemed like something at one point in my life I just said, this is something I have to do.
Kind of in the genes a little bit
A little
there?
bit, I think.
And where did you grow up? Or?
In Westby, born and
Okay,
raised.
okay.
Yep, my dad was a 25-year member of the Westby
Westby Fire Department?
Yep.
Okay, good. He probably had a lot of stories for you, I suppose.
Yeah,
over the
grew
years.
up around a lot of stories.
Yeah, yeah, good. So can you just kind of tell what goes on within the 911 dispatch center on a given day? What happens in there?
Gosh, it can be anything from complete chaos to dogs missing and wallets being found. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to any particular day. Lots of answering phones and answering your deputies, or never a dull moment necessarily, because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, good. Now your day starts off, you come and walk in the door prepared mentally, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
And you start off your day by just trying to figure out where everybody's at and in the schedule and who's working and who's not working and
yeah, just gauge what's going on in the county, what's going on with calls, who's handling what, who's expected to be where.
Yeah.
And just start answering the phone and the radio.
Good. A lot of behind the scenes work we do in there too, isn't there?
There is, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, paperwork that people don't even necessarily realize that happens.
Yeah, yeah. So what type of call or calls causes extreme busyness in there for you as a dispatcher?
Probably the first one that comes to mind is weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that can't be controlled and it can come out of nowhere. So I think from my experience, weather's been one of the worst things, from power lines down to lightning strikes to even people just having car accidents in any kind of weather. I think that really throws an extra wrench into things, but dry season for fires and snow and
Yeah, I would agree with you here.
yeah,
Yeah, it causes some craziness in there
right.
with the unknown. Over the years I've dispatched, storms are the worst for me because it just gets so chaotic in there with trees down, power lines down, like you said. So
Right, and it can be one part of the county can be chaos with storms, and the other part it's not even raining.
Yeah.
Raining or snowing.
Yeah.
So, it can be such a vast difference from one spot to another.
That's must be Wisconsin for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. You have additional work assignments and roles within this department, right? Can you share on that a little bit?
I'm part of a team that's responsible for entering information into the computer, such as warrants for wanted people. Also do some volunteer work within the department on the side.
What is that?
I volunteer with the K-9 unit, the Vernon County Law Enforcement Association, and National Night Out.
Okay, you do a lot of work for those two organizations, right?
I do work with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
I
you
don't
can
know.
brag a little bit. You do a lot of work for
I
them.
try to. I enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Now you're on the peer support team
Oh
here
yeah,
too,
I'm on the
right?
peer support team as well.
And how's that going for you?
It's good. It's new, so we're
Mhm.
just trying to figure it out. But we've used it. It's been used, so it's
Good.
needed.
It's always good to look after coworkers and whatnot. And that's how many people are on that team then?
Currently 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How many different computer programs are used by a dispatcher? And do a lot of them benefit the public in a good way?
Now you're taxing my memory. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of computer programs we use.
How many screens are you looking at your computer workstation?
There's 6 screens, but within those screens, there's multiple programs
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there a couple of them, or maybe even just one or two you want to share that helps us as dispatchers with the public and public safety?
I think a big benefit to us has been the rapid SOS
Mhm.
system, which pinpoints a cell phone call. That's come in super handy, like right down to the absolute location where somebody has been in an emergency and they don't know where they were. So having that program available to us without somebody having to look around and say, I'm near this intersection, with the rivers in this county and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's come in super handy to pinpoint them when they're not near a road or a house.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good deal. As far as taking a 911 call from a caller, what are the main questions you like to know or like to get answered right away from a 911 caller?
First and foremost, a location where as best as they can to help us use those programs. If we have a general location, then we can narrow it down. If I can't get anything else out of a caller, just knowing where they are, we'll figure out the rest when we
Mhm.
get there.
Yep, good. And you would want a caller to be kind of calm as they're giving you that information, right?
It helps.
Yeah.
It helps, but I think experience as well helps you calm down a
Yeah.
caller as well.
Yep. Yep. Okay, interview going well so far?
I guess.
Okay, good deal. All right. Do you have any favorite pastimes or hobbies outside of this job that you want to share that you like to do?
I love to travel and I love to go to concerts. Getting back into my history in racing, I guess, lately. So,
Like car racing?
car racing, stock
Okay.
car racing. Yep.
Okay, stock car racing. Okay. Now you like to go on cruises too, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my main source of travel. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's good to get away from this place once in a while, isn't
it
it?
is. And being on a cruise ship where there is no internet, no phone,
Yep.
I'm disconnected for that amount of time.
Yep. Because you can't race back and fill in a dispatch when you're on a
I
cruise,
can't,
right?
Nope, I can't answer the phone. I can't answer an email.
So what's been your favorite cruise that you've taken and where at? That's a tough question.
It is
probably.
a tough question. Probably my favorite place to visit so far is Turks and Caicos. My favorite cruise was probably last year probably our girls cruise. My mom and a couple friends surprised us, so
Oh,
it was a
nice.
nice girls trip.
Nice.
Yeah.
You ever get sick on these cruises?
No, I've learned to combat
Yeah.
that.
Good. Good. Do you have any 911 tips for the public? 1 or 2 tips that you might want to share with people that might help us as dispatchers?
If you're not from the area or not familiar with where you're at, try to just take notice of things around you, road signs, landmarks, stuff like that. If you're just out for a Sunday drive, try to take mental note of the last road you drove past, just in case something would happen, and then in that panic, you're like, I know I'm on this road, but I don't know where.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself doing that when I'm out and about places I haven't been before. I'll drive by and I'll be like, okay, I just passed Smith Road, so
Yeah.
hopefully if I have to call and I don't know where I am, I can tell them the last thing I remember.
That is a very good tip, actually. That's one of the best ones. Because if we don't know where they're at, how are we going to get help to them?
Right.
Right.
We have the programs, but it's not always accurate and
Yeah.
it doesn't always work.
Yeah. Good. Well, thank you for this interview. Do you have anything else you want to add to share with anybody at all?
I don't think so. I think I went over the 3 minutes we were
Yeah,
aiming
yeah,
for.
you're at about 10 now, so we're doing all right. I just want to thank you for the great job you're doing here.
Thank you.
And thank you for the years already you put in. Thank you for the volunteer time that you do for the different areas within this department. And you're a great worker, so just keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.